artists, welcome to Miss Goldie's art room. I've been seeing all of these really cool posts on Instagram of people making these positive posters to put on display for their neighborhood to see. Today, we're going to make our own version of them. Okay artists, the first thing we need to do is we need to separate our paper in either 4 sections for a 4-letter word, or if you're going to do a 5-letter word, you're going to use the legal size paper and you're going to make 6 boxes. The easiest way to do this is to fold the paper. So we're going to line up the corners as best as possible, make our fold this way. Then we're going to fold our paper this way. That's for the smaller paper. Now, a 5-letter word, I'm going to encourage my older kiddos, my older artists, to actually use a ruler and measure. Because it's an uneven number, we're just going to separate by 5 inches. So I'll make my 5-inch mark here. 5 plus 5 is 10, make it there. Hold it at the bottom. Again, make the 5 and the 10. Then we'll take our paper and we'll fold it in half this way. So now you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters, and then you would do your positive symbol in this last square. The next thing we need to do is come up with our positive word. Now you can either hold it horizontal or vertical, whatever you would like. I think today Miss Goldie is going to use the word care. I think it's important in times like this that we show people that we care. So you can make any type of letters you'd like. I'm gonna make bubble letters. If you can't make bubble letters, just make any cool type of letters that you wanna make. Whatever you wanna do is the right thing to do. Awesome. Now that that's complete, we need to think of some positive symbols that we can add to this. If you want to pause and look back at my last slide, I put some at the bottom there. So I think of hearts, maybe some peace signs, also rainbows. I'm seeing a lot of these rainbows in these peace posters, positive posters on Instagram. So I'll add a little rainbow here. Maybe a smiley face or 2. Anything that's going to keep it nice and positive out there. Now the next step is we're going to grab a Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie, feel free to use a black pen. That's what I've done in this one. And you're going to just trace everything. I encourage you to go nice and slow. I tell my artists all the time in my classroom that we are in control of the Sharpie and not the other way around. But Miss Goldie is gonna go a little fast so that way you all can see her finished product. Now, once that's complete, if you don't like the fact that you can see the pencil line, all you need to do is take your eraser, the Sharpie, or if you use black pen, will not smudge. We're just gonna clean it up a little bit. Awesome, nice and clean. Then we're gonna go ahead and use our crayons and we're gonna color in some of the details. We're not gonna color in everything because we're gonna leave some of that awesome marker watercolor paint technique to fill space. We're just gonna color in our symbols and we're gonna color in our letters. Again, Miss Goldie's going super fast to get this done. I encourage all of you artists out there to go slower, make it look neat, make it look perfect. Now, once our coloring is complete, we need to figure out, do we want to make lines to separate our 4 squares? Do we want to leave it without the lines? Maybe we can come up with different kinds of lines to separate them. So maybe this one will be a nice wave. Maybe we'll do a curvy line here. Maybe a zigzag. Maybe this one can just be straight. Once this is complete, I'm going to encourage all of my artists to sign your artwork. So once again, grab that Sharpie, or if you don't have a Sharpie, you can use a black pen, and feel free to sign your artwork anywhere. Now, if you don't have markers, I'm going to encourage you to use crayons so you can color your masterpiece in. Like this one, this is all crayons. But if you do have markers, I'm going to show you this cool technique I learned on Instagram where we can use markers as watercolors. All you need is a piece of foil. So I'm going to take my marker. I'm going to do just a nice little coloring on the foil like so. And I'm going to take my wet brush and I'm just going to paint right over. So I'm pulling some of that marker with the wet brush. And because our coloring is done with crayons and they're made out of wax, we can paint right over everything. Now in between colors, we're going to clean our brush off clean our foil off, and then we'll grab our next color. Grab some of the marker with the wet paintbrush. If you run out, no worries. Color some more. I want to be careful here because my clouds, I want them to stay white. So I'm gonna tiptoe just along the side there. For smaller areas, you would use a smaller brush. And there you go. A positive poster. Artists, thanks for stopping into Miss Goldie's art room. Remember, stay healthy, stay positive, and art is not canceled.